Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit of CynicalBrit.com and YouTube.com/TotalHalibut. I'm here with David, and we're having a look at End of Nations. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, you may have seen the presentation, and that was a lot of information, but you know what? We wanted to get hands-on with this game, and Petroglyph in their infinite generosity have allowed us to do that. So tell us a little bit about what we're about to get ourselves into.
So we're here at Gamescom. You're about to join into a PvP match where there are 17, 18 other players over on the show floor. We've been battling for a territory here in Western Australia. If you queue up and jump in, you will jump right into that. You're playing on the Liberation Front.
Yep.
You'll get right in the middle of a match. One of the things that we're really pushing on this is dynamic entry and exit.
Yep. Drop in, drop out, and indeed, as was mentioned in the presentation, and for some of our viewers, since we have, of course, done a lot of World of Warcraft stuff, I think you need to think about old-school Alterac Valley, where a battle would be still going on after you'd been going for several hours, and in this case, it's that, but of course, with RTS, and now we have a rather large selection of units here. That is a very, very big stompy tank right there, in the German colours, as you can see.
Yes, try to be, a little nod to our friends here for hosting us in Germany. So
Yep.
all of our vehicles are skinned with the German flag, and all your units that you can drop as you gain resources in the game, tactical resources. You can deploy buildings and that will help you in the strategy of going through the map. Turrets and super weapons and other powers that are available to you as part of your faction, which we've previously unlocked. So you have quite a lot in this.
Yes, we have a little bit of an arsenal going on right there, and I am very pleased to see that the old-school style of design for both Westwood and Petroglyph prevails, because of course that tank does have 4 barrels. So
yes,
it's entirely reasonable, as far as I'm concerned. Roll forward here. Right, so we need to be capturing our objectives. This is our base, of course, turret power plant right there. We don't want to get that shut down. Our base has taken a little bit of damage by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like we got a pretty good hit. Tab real quick. We'll see how many players are in there with us. So we've got a pretty full complement. No worries. All right, good. Tab again, and we'll just carry on. So you can start moving towards the northeast and towards the enemy, and you'll be able to catch a little bit of battle here in a pretty short period of time.
Sounds good. Let's zoom out and have a look. There's your mini-map down the bottom.
So
right
that...
there.
What you're seeing there is a resource point. There's a number of capturable locations in the game, and when you capture one that's a resource point one, your team will start gaining incremental resources that you can use to deploy some of your superpowers and super weapons that are over there, or defensive turrets, or offensive structures as well.
Yep.
A number of those across the map, you can tell by the color in your mini-map of who currently has control of them. There's other control points like this that allow you to change the location of your respawn points. Actually, that's a great example.
Yep.
Right there is a landing zone. If you were to right-click on that landing zone icon, that will then change it. When you bring reinforcement units in, they'll come to this location instead of into your main base. It looks like there's a bit of a fight going on over here.
Looks like there is indeed.
You can drop a little something in to help out.
Yeah, it looks like someone else has already started off
with
the nuke.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they have actually driven out of that, so I think we might provide a slightly larger nuclear weapon.
Yeah, you've got an upgraded nuke there.
Yes, indeed. The question is,
well
are they going to
played.
get out of it in time? I don't think they are.
Nicely done.
Here it comes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, yes.
So there's a couple of enemy aircraft there. It'd be a good place to drop down one of your turrets. Your Shift F2 turret.
Shift F2 it is then. Let's learn ourselves some hotkeys. Okay, so
that's the one.
Deploy it maybe at the back right there.
They're very good.
Yep, just because we don't want the ground forces to be anywhere near
Oh,
that.
you may not have area of knowledge there. You have to move it a bit, but there you go. Perfect.
There we go. We can certainly put one there. Yep, I'm noticing the red block. Yes, there is a red block under there, so we can't deploy it there, but we can certainly deploy it quite close by.
There you go. Well, you may have found a bit of a bug. You should have flown right in there. Apologies for that.
I didn't notice that. Oh, well,
it is work in progress.
Needless to say. Ah, there we go.
Somebody's bringing in reinforcements there.
Reinforcements, yes. Yes, of course, you can actually reinforce in battle like that. Looks like we're crushing our way through here quite nicely. We'll move our entire force forward. Got a couple of hotkeys set up right here. I'm just going to move forward as a nice blob for the time being.
It looks like the enemy. Looks like the enemy has a couple of turrets set up there. It'd be a good place for you to bring your heavy helicopter there, the Ragnarok.
Yep.
And he's got a special ability that's a kind of a raining fire, which is a nice tactic to use against enemy turrets and enemy infantry, any kind of light armor or ground troops. Ooh, looks like you just lost him, though.
Ouch. Yes, it disappeared in a little ball of flame right there.
No matter. You can actually just hit there, click that, and he'll come back as a reinforcement at that spawn point you just chose.
Yep,
right there. So you'll get a fresh one in just a second.
Yep, in it comes.
I think you've come right to the front.
Okay.
Good battles coming on right here.
Oh, yes. Nothing wrong with that.
Move your guys up and have a go.
Yep. So move our way through there. That seems to be some kind of large artillery piece. I want to get in nice and
That's
close
a
to
nuke
that.
turret.
Yep, let's avoid it completely.
Be careful,
because, of
yes.
course, it has a nice slow firing speed. So we can easily get in there nice and quick. Looks like we've been covered in some kind of goop as well. Some kind of bio weapon right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yep.
A bio turret.
Yep.
Perfect.
And that actually
Good.
wiped out the vast majority of my ground forces, so I think we're going to have to reinforce. Make sure they're in. My Ragnarok is back, so we can do a little bit with that for the time being. That looks like
Well
we're
played.
pushing
Carry
as a
on. Yep.
concerted unit.
Ooh, your enemy command. So you're getting into the enemy main base, where you can take out their turret power building, so that their turrets will no longer be able to fire at you. It looks like that may have already been done on this map. You can carry up and actually go right towards their main base and start defending their main base. And if you are attacking their main base, if you can manage to take that out, you will actually win this instance of the PvP battle.
Our reinforcements coming in right now. I'm going to drop everything I have on them, if possible. Start with cover fire missiles. I think we'll move the Ragnarok out of that. That might be good. Ragnarok's actually taking heavy fire.
Go a bit to the right. I believe you'll find the enemy HQ over there.
Okay. Well, my reinforcements coming in right there, which, as you can see, handily, they do keep their control groups even after you have to reinforce them. That's a wonderful feature. Always good to see.
There you go. That's the HQ building just to the right there. It's got a number of turrets that are defending it, and if you can power your way through that and get into the base, you'll be on the winning side.
Looks like a plan to me. Let's push forward. What have we got? There's a fire zone right there.
And that'll just improve the amount of damage that all your units do to that particular field of fire. Perfect.
That sounds good, considering we
Very
have a lot
good
of
place.
turrets we need to make our way through. Now,
See if you could drop a couple of your turrets there again now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Don't quite have the money back.
A little short on cash, yes. You've been using a lot of your resources when you're bringing in reinforcements.
Yep.
These guys have a good long range ability. Ooh, move them up, move them up. It's going to go bad.
Micro.
I think they may have been just at the end.
The main problem being that we've now run into two Ragnaroks. So
this will end shortly. Yes.
Yes, I have a feeling
very
that
well.
work so well.
Now you can respawn all your available units by hitting that if you have adequate resources, and I think you're a little short. I can grant you a little extra resource if you'd like.
We could do that.
A little command line on that.
Sounds like a plan, yeah. This will not work in the main game, guys, so don't think you're getting anything special here.
There you go.
Okay.
Now you should have plenty to go around for a bit.
Indeed, suddenly we do. Okay, select all units.
And then you've got just a couple. If you just hit that, it'll bring all fresh units in, and
Nice
they're back at that respawn point that you captured just a little bit before.
Yep.
There you go.
Any of you that are familiar with RTS will, of course, be familiar with standard hotkey groups as well as the double tap. You can actually tap between them right there. You see that I've got a couple of hotkeys. I've got my Ragnarok on one. I have my Titan tank on another. 4 actually is the entire group, so if you want to go there, you just double tap 4. And if you play StarCraft 2, we'll be intimately familiar with that.
It'll be very familiar. It's good standard RTS control groups that are out there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well said.
Oh, we have friends. Okay.
Those guys will chew up your Ragnarok pretty quick, so you keep him away from them.
Yep. Try and get those out. I think we might actually be vastly outnumbered right here.
You've gone right back into the hornet's nest. It'd be nice if you had a couple of your teammates in there helping you out.
Yep. I'm thinking we might bring.
That'll
something friendly down there.
That will help.
If I can cut my way through the flank right there.
So air units will take a much more limited damage with a nuclear strike as compared to the ground units, but they're still reasonably effective.
Yep. We do have friends coming in, which will hopefully be able to help us out. We're bringing in reinforcements. My Titan, I believe, is the only thing which is still alive. Seems to be able to chew its way through there quite nicely, but now it is down. It's okay. We have friends there, and we are reinforced once again. So this is not the kind of game you go through expecting to keep all of your forces alive.
Oh, looks like your friend just vacated the premise as well, so you've lost your knowledge, your area knowledge there.
Yep, I think what we might want to do is maybe set up some kind of beachhead that we can push forward from.
A bit of an offensive line is exactly what you need there. Yep.
A nuke turret around here would be kind of good. That actually has a good range of where we...
It's very good. Perfect.
Yep. I'm going to put that down. Also some anti-air, because they have absolute tons of that. Anti-air would be...
down
F2.
one.
Yep. A graded Gatling turret. Wouldn't be a good RTS if it didn't have Gatling weapons. Okay, there's one.
There we go.
One down there. Let's see what he thinks of that.
Make sure you defend those while they're down there. Don't let them be... they're moving away. He's wisely moving away from that. He's probably trying to come around and flank you and attack your base. And just let them do that. Let them carry out, and you can sneak around them and get right to his base.
Yep. We've found some friends by the looks of it. See if we can bring down anything particularly unpleasant on him. What do we have? An EMP. That might do the job.
Very helpful. Very good against the aircraft in particular, actually.
Landed down in the middle right there.
Oops, somebody's dropped a nuke just down below you.
Yep.
Well, you can see somebody's got a repair facility down there as well.
Oh, they are driving their way through here, aren't they? All of my units have been destroyed very rapidly. We're going to need friends once again. New turret is now sadly being flanked. It is certainly still doing some damage, but...
So this map is one of our, I call it small to mid-size, actually. So only supports 16 to 18 players. The larger maps actually will scale up to 50 total players.
Yes, when I heard the word 52, I had to just double take. It's like
quite a snarl. Yes. 1,000 units on the field, throwing a lot of heavy artillery around. It makes for quite a visual
quite
feast.
Show, yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Just direct control of my Ragnarok right here. They actually have a Ragnarok there. It's doing a
good. There you go. That's exactly the one.
Good job. Yeah. Let's try and take them from a distance. Might want to try and deploy maybe another nuke turret slightly back there. So we actually have some firing range there. We can bring up the rest of our forces, I suppose, to cover it. Because they're just sitting around. That's prime.
Those ground units are good for you to use your Ragnaroks. Oh no, they're moving. Never mind.
Yep, they're going for me right now.
It's good for them to. If you got a light armor unit, the Ragnarok's got a great special weapon ability that'll just chew through light armor and infantry.
A Titan tank got as explosive round. Plop that in the middle of it right there, man.
Good for heavy armor or buildings.
Yep. Just way through there. I think we are actually slightly outnumbered. A lot of forces are still, for the most part, alive. Reinforce the ones that aren't. Down they go once again. Those guys are resilient. And
try a different tactic. Go around and flank them. Come a different direction.
Ourselves up against that over and over again, so it's absolutely no purpose.
What we're finding is, particularly as we're starting to do our larger scale beta tests, the teams that can coordinate their tactics are the teams that win.
Yeah, which is why, of course, the clan war is so important, I suppose, in this game going forward, because that's what's going to keep people really playing. I've got to say, I love the idea of also being able to watch time-lapsed games. As I was thinking, can this be commentated? Like, this is really long. It can be commentated at a high speed with the kind of time-lapse, and because people would love to watch what happened in these big dramatic battles. Looks like actually someone is trying to flank around. I'll send my Ragnarok to intercept that, perhaps. Oh, it found friends. Okay, can we
frenemies?
Indeed. Okay, let's. Well,
so you're deployed a force here that's sort of a mixed, attack force, which.
Yep.
Not bad for being able to kind of see a bunch of the different things that the game is capable of doing.
We can do some damage to the turret power plant over there. That'd be nice.
That is not a bad idea at all. Although, look, that one does need to be attacked because he's going to chew up your Ragnarok pretty quick. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we have some artillery here. So
artillery will take those out from range that they don't have the ability to reach. So, exactly right. Perfect.
Pop a nuke turret down there if they decide to come for me. I'm going to, once again, try and set ourselves up a bit of a beachhead. Shift F2, gets me one of those. To reinforce the Ragnarok and get it back here.
And get a friend that's
helping us out with this as well.
Yeah, kind of suicide run, I would say, is what he's doing. He's maybe a new player over there. Yes.
Yeah, make a sacrifice worthwhile. We're going to go for that turret, take it out.
Let's say your nuke turret actually did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, it's clearing it out quite nicely. It is in range, so those things actually seem to do a good damage to buildings.
Very effective weapon. But if you're in a particularly heavy armored deployment force, makes sense for you to be kind of slow marching across this, across the map.
Yeah.
But in order for that to be effective, it's nice to have a couple of folks that are hanging back and defending your base to make sure that your flank is covered, and then to have a couple of fast-moving, fast strike groups as well that are moving out, doing recon and helping direct, you in through channels that they're opening up, so you don't get stuck at a loggerhead like that.
Yep. Looks like they were trying to push actually towards our reinforcement point. Did some good damage with the Ragnarok. We're going to have to respawn that though.
And that's a point that if you lose control of that, then they'll start respawning there, and you'll have to respawn, farther back towards your base.
I'm going to bring us something pleasant down here.
Oh yes, don't fly away still.
Oh.
Yeah, you do get a little bit of advance notice when those come, so you can potentially escape.
Try and deploy another Gatling turret right there. They seem to be fairly heavy on the air power by the looks of it, which is problematic because my Ragnarok keeps respawning and dying as a result.
Yep, they've got certainly an air deployment there.
Little EMP on them.
EMP will
this guy is good. He knows what he's doing.
Maybe one of our testers, huh?
It could be. We'll take that one out, though.
Yeah, you got one for sure.
Driving them back now.
There you go.
good defense on there. In the meantime,
somebody's just cleared up it. So just north of you is where their headquarters were.
Yep.
And
we
your
did smash
team
our way through the turret power plant, so that would have helped. Yep.
So well done.
There we go. Yeah. I feel like I was part of something greater.
You were, and actually, that's a great point. Yeah, you jumped in the middle of this game.
Yep.
It was a little bit more than halfway through.
Yep.
Added value, I'll say, to your team. You've taken some, dealt a lot of damage, taken a little bit of hit, but you're gaining resources and experience as part of this. So even though you weren't there start to finish, you still reap the rewards of this. And if you're part of a clan, that clan would be reaping those rewards as well. Everybody on your faction will be reaping a little bit of those rewards. And it may be a tipping point type of match where you've taken control of a territory back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it always matters. Everything you do matters in the online game.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go, folks. If you were wondering how End of Nations actually worked, I was kind of curious, I have to say. I was a little confused before we came in. It's like, how is that actually going to work? Now we understand. And that is coming soon, TM. So looking forward.
Very soon.
Yeah, looking forward.
Service mark.
Looking forward to that one. End of Nations looking absolutely fantastic. I will be playing it. There is no real doubt of that. So keep an eye on the website, cynicalbrit.com, for the announcement of the inevitable End of Nations Cynical Brit clan. Yep. And I assume the British Isles can be taken over in that game?
Yeah, we're trying to be quite delicate with certain territories. You'll find that the map is not the modern map. It's
Indeed.
50 years in the future, so that we can get around a little bit of that.
Yeah,
but I think it would.
I think
fine.
our sole purpose is actually going to be just to hold that. We're not going to do anything else. We're just going to keep that for whatever faction we choose. So there you go. No,
well
we don't care about Holland, Frank. I'm sorry, we don't. No. It's just not relevant. David, thank you very much
My
for
pleasure.
the hands-on right there. And there you go, folks. Big presentation, hands-on for End of Nations. You now know exactly what is in store for you, and hopefully you will get involved, because I certainly will be. My name has been Totalbiscuit, and I will see you next time.